How many did we start with here? How many did we start with? I think I started with like, didn't we say like 84? 84 or something like that? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 14 times 3 now. I think we're about halfway done. Holy shit, I got probably like another hour at least. Exertion. It's been very strong, but he has fallen off on big stages, okay? It's safe to say that. Exertion was, in some people's eyes, robbed of the MVP of ESL Pro League. He is an exceptionally strong player. Has his 2024 been unbelievable? That jump that we wanted to see? I'd say in some ways, yes. But to me, the jump was more from being like a B tier entry fragger, not like a jump from an A tier player, okay? So 2024, we do ranking filter like that. It's very good. Very good. Does fall off a bit. Like ESL Pro League is crazy. Let's look at Chengdu 1.10. The major itself 1.10 or 1.11, 1.10. At the RMR, he was bad though. At the RMR, he was really bad. What the hell? What the hell is this?
That everyone dreams about. Make your dreams come true on Skin Club.
What in God's name did Exertion do here? Oh, it's a close. It's online. Oh, it's online. He's been damn good though. Yeah, that's an online thing. You know what? Let's just do this just to make him look even better. Oh my god. Wait a second. This is kind of crazy. Wow, ESL Pro League jumped him up like crazy. Actually, wait a second. How much did that do? Like, let's just remove that. Let's remove that. Yeah, he felt good, but like, it felt like the Jimmy story until Pro League. But Jimmy kind of fell off at Pro League a little bit in terms of, I mean, he had insane form. Oh, man. Ooh, okay. Okay. I see where he's going to go. I see where he's going to go. I see where he's going to go. So, the best entry fragger in the world right now is Liege. The second best entry fragger in the world is Antares. The third best entry fragger in the world is Exertion. He is the best. He is A+ tier. He is A. Oh, Donk. I'm sorry. It's Donk. I'm sorry. Donk's on such another plane. I didn't even say his name in that. I literally didn't say his name in that because he's on such another level that I'd like. It's like, of course, it's Donk. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So it's kind of like, bare minimum, you have to be top 3 in role. Bare minimum. And, well, then that's that, I guess. I guess that's already explained it. 1, 2, 3. So he's the 4th best entry fragger. Bro forgot Ema. I'm done. jkaem. Yeah, jkaem's better than Exertion. Let's get real for a second here. So, bare minimum. But also, S tier should be really, really, like, man, yeah. Okay. Brollan has been also kind of like his right-hand man. It's you're going to think this is bad, but when Liquid was good at the end of 2022 with Elige and Yakindar, which was a very short-lived them being good, it was because Yakindar and Elige were able to coexist and thrive while coexisting. It fell apart. One of them had to go. They stuck with Yakindar to their own detriment. Dude, look at this. Look at the complexity liquid breakup, by the way. Yukindar down here, Elysia up here. What Brollan is doing with exertion should be celebrated. It's been very impressive. The rehabilitation of Brollan has been very impressive, okay? Very impressive. I would say that, to me, before looking at this, I would have said that Yimpat was the best mouse player overall. But when exertion's in his groove, he can have the most impact on the server by far. And Yimpat is an insane CT side player, but sometimes T side I just don't feel him at all. I just don't feel him. But CT side, I think actually roll for roll or person for person, I think I'd be surprised if it's not if Yimpat is not the highest rated player on mouse for the year for CT side. I'd be pretty shocked actually. I'm gonna check right now. Torzi, is he just getting this because of? Is he getting that because of? Wow, he really. Oh, 1.26 KD though. He's got a better KD, but he's just not getting entry frags, so he doesn't get those. Like, the impact rating is going to be low, probably. Oh, yeah, what a surprise, you know? Like, because he's just getting kills later in the round. But he's locking down his bomb sites like crazy. Yimpat has been absurd, though. Wow, they really are working with, like, an insane core right now. I would say this. For Brollan, oh, man, his rehabilitation should be studied. Like, the sjuush effect is really something. Just not quite there in every facet. It's kind of giving Flames. It's kind of giving what Flames is doing for Vitality right now. I'm thinking I like Brollan a little bit more. I like him. My bias likes him more than Flames, as in, like, my eye test. I'm not just saying, like, is he nice? I'm not saying he's nice, but I think that Brollan is right now top of B, and then Yimmy is right above Naf at A, right above there. Like, I think that looks right for me. That looks good. That looks really good for me. Yeah. Yeah. No S tier player, but multiple people in, like, the top of A, like near in A and B. That looks pretty much perfect. That looks perfect, doesn't it? Above Rops. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's actually... Oh, wow. The Yimmy versus Rops conversation. Hold on. I think you're onto something, actually. I think you are actually onto something, because Rops... Oh, they're like... Oh, wait. Is this CT side? Okay, let's look for the... So, year... Oh, my God. It's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. It's right there. Oh, God, we got to look at it. Oh my God, we gotta look at it. Ooh. I think one thing is that the peaks are a little bit higher with Yimmy here than Rops, but the problem is that not even this. It's not this. It's not just that. It's that I'm gonna side with something like like Rops is doing this while going way deeper. Yeah, he's going deeper into tournaments. He's playing better opposition more regularly. Like, everybody's gunning for them in a way. Like, look at the versus top 5. That's exactly what I was talking about. Versus top 5 and versus top 10. Well, top 10 technically the same, but a lot of those top 10 are top 5 teams, and Rob still holds his own. Like, Yimpat... Is this the same filter? Wow. Like, it's playing better opposition more regularly, and when I say more regularly, look at how many kills he has. Like, look at the maps. 38. Look at Rops. 69. Nice. It's crazy how much more he's... No, I'm keeping it like this. That was my gut reaction, and I'm sticking to that. It's my gut. I'm sticking to that one. I'm taking Rops. It's splitting hairs, though. It was a great argument. G2. Another hotly contested one. Big topic of discussion. I can't even put JKS. He didn't even play this year. I can't put him. Yeah, he's not. I can't be Kai tier, but he hasn't played this year, so I can't have him. Niko and Hunter. Niko is the most culturally impactful rifler on this list. Everybody says his name every single day. When you say, oh, you one tap like Niko, you like, oh damn, he turned into Niko over there. No one's saying that he turned into Brollan. No one's saying, oh, you turned into xertioN there. You might even say, oh, you looked like Rops when you played like that. Oh, you look like Twist. You look like Donk. You look like Zywoo. You look like Xantares. But when it comes to cultural impact, Niko is S tier. Thankfully, this list is not about cultural impact. It's about how he's playing as a player in 2024. Okay? In 2024, Niko has been the most discussed player bar none. There are people that are saying he is washed. Niko has fallen. He has. He's worse now. I can admit that. Is he still a top 20 player in the world? Yes, assuredly. Definitively, and judging by my rubric, objectively. He is still a top 20 player. You still look at these lists, and do they even have enough maps? Hunter's there. Where's Niko? Monacy's there. Where the F is Niko? Huh? Oh, he's right there. 1.13. This doesn't have every team, obviously, though. Let's add some teams. Oh, look at that. You use top 20 filter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's still 15th in the world. He is still 15th, including a lot of teams. Woo. Damn.
Ty Goat.
You're welcome, Chaza. Damn, thanks for the big donations, man. Really appreciate that. Thanks to all the people that followed today, also. Thanks to everybody that followed. Thank you for the huge donation. And, yeah, Niko has been really good in 2024. He's been really still a solid player. Has he been S tier? No. Is he still putting up a 1.1 or better against all levels of opposition with pretty good sample size? Yes. Like, he's still effing good, guys. And he's doing it in an entry role. He's doing it in a big-time entry role. 25%. He was the only guy with Xantares, and, like, once you actually put more, include more players, it's like, Donk is absurd, Elysia is absurd, Xantares is absurd, Niko is still quite good, okay? And there is a reason that Donk, Elysia, and Xantares all occupy the S tier. There is a reason. They are all S tier. Niko's not. And he's lately this year, Niko's still damn good, okay? I think the question is he better than xertioN for this year? I think that's the real question I have right now. So I'm going to bring both of these guys up, top 20, 2020. Dude, it's damn close. It is damn close. Really close. Real close. xertioN had a better... xertioN actually, guys, let's be real. xertioN had a better moment at ESL Pro League, but Niko's major wasn't bad compared to how this ended. Wait, not that. Compare how this ended. Let's look at this. Let's look at this last match. Let's look at this last match for xertioN, guys. Let's look at that. Niko fucking terrified xertioN on a stage. Niko doesn't play entry. Who had the most entries in this thing? You're banned. You're just banned forever. You're actually just banned forever. You're banned forever. That's your first message. You are literally banned forever. Niko absolutely farmed xertioN when it was the big stage. When it was the big stage, xertioN pissed his pants and Niko was out there shitting on him. Okay? It was unbelievable. This game, oh, but they rushed the stage. But CSGO, they rushed the stage. And Niko still held his nerve. He ain't scared. He ain't scared about no people rushing no damn stage. So, Guys, what am I going to take? What am I going to take? Am I going to take Niko 0.98, xertioN 1.28, xertioN gets his revenge in Chengdu? Or am I going to take Niko absolutely decimating xertioN? It's a 2024. It's a 2024 tier list. It includes all of 2024. Am I going to take a major playoff where Niko absolutely smothered xertioN? Let's look at the head-to-head. At the major. 11-2. 11-2. At the major. At the pinnacle of competition. At the pinnacle of pressure. It ain't a contest. It is over. It is over. There is no conversation for 2024. xertioN can win in a studio. He can win at the event with the major hangover. But Niko did it with 10,000 people in Copenhagen. He's the top of A tier. His deficiencies in other moments prevents him from getting to that S tier. He dropped the ball against Navi in the semifinals. He wasn't always able to put up those monster performances. He is not as consistent as all of the people that are in S tier. He ain't. He ain't there. But he is the top of A tier, with no doubt. Elysian Centaurs are better than Niko in 2024. As for now. For now they are. For now they are. But Niko is still... I'm going to just take a quick glance at this. Niko is still a top... He is still a top 5 rifler in the world. He is still a top 5 rifler in the world.
May I ask how blame_F made a rifler tier list as an IGL? I mean, he is a good rifler, but that's not what he's supposed to do.
Exactly. They put him into the IGL role, but we are judging him. We're just judging him. You woke up and you're below donk, WTF. Ints, don't look at your teammates. Don't look at your teammates. Don't. Ints, close your eyes now. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. I said to leave after I rated you. Please leave. Okay. Go back to bed. It's nap time. It's nap time. It's really late over there in Australia, I'm sure.
Go just subscribed.
Okay, Hunter. Hunter has had his ups and he's had his downs. He has been the man in some weird moments where they need somebody to be clutch, but oh my god, he has been fraudulent at other times, okay? He has been incredibly questionable, okay? He was good against Mouse, but like, yeah, it's one good thing he did, but look at that. That's his 2020, guys. That's his 2020. Like, guys, it's been bad. Katowice, abysmal, abominable, shameful. This is shameful. This is flat out despicable. This is flat out fraudulent and truthfully kind of sad. Kind of sad. Nexa was supposed to make this guy better. And that just has not been the case. This has been... The major is okay. So I'm going to weigh that well. Like, guys, if the major didn't happen, Hunter would be D tier, if not F. Like, he could be F tier if the major never happened. This is really bad. Like, legitimately very bad. So, for Hunter, because he did well at the major... Dude, the question actually becomes, should I actually even rate him higher than Nexa? Like, legitimately, should I rate him higher than Nexa? I don't think so. I don't think so. I understand that the rating is better for Hunter. I see that. But, like, role-wise, Hunter still has good positions. Hunter has good spots that are supposed to be doing way more. So, to have 2 ADR better than Nexa is inexcusable. Look at these. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. The KPR is 0.01 different. Fate of the universe on the line. I got Nexa. Fate of the Universe on the line. I got Nexa. I'm putting Hunter right by Techno 4K. Okay? I'm putting him next to Techno. Okay. And let's take some from the bottom here. Okay? Again, I'm not rating JKS. He didn't play in 2024. Kylar, Goofy, Dycha. First things first, I want to set the record straight. I think Kylar is solid. I think Kylar is actually kind of good. If I were to rebuild today for current form, I'd take Kylar over Dycha. I know Dycha had higher highs, but I actually rate Kylar. I think Kylar is totally solid. Holy!
You should add Lin Vision to the tier list. I promise I am not the most delusional Lin fan in the world.
Chaza, for $50, you are getting Lin Vision in this goddamn tier list, okay? We're getting Lin Vision, okay? We're going to do ENS. We're going to do ENS, and then we're going to add Lin Vision, okay? $50 is $50, and I'm adding Lin Vision for $50, okay? That's a certainty. That is easy. Kylar, I mean, I almost want to put Kylar C tier right with Yabby. I think Kylar's been really good. So, is he B is the question. I think the later events have been pretty bad for him, but he did very well earlier on. Okay, why is it like this? Why is it arranged like this? LAN? Okay, this is worse than I thought for LAN. This is a little bit worse than I thought. To me, he's been like ENS's best player next to Hades, though. I mean, like I thought Kylar was the dude. He was that guy. But then they've just been dysfunctional AF lately. They've been so bad. Okay, at the major, was he the problem? Was he the problem at the major? Actually, he was like the only one that performed. I think that's why I have a decent opinion of him. But like, God, they lost to Fury at both Pro League. God damn it, dude, that sucks. That sucks. I really wanted him to be like top of C tier. I feel like I gotta put him right next to Bro and Mezii. I think he's beneath Wycadia, actually. I think I've seen better stuff from Wycadia. Okay, Kylar is going to next to Wycadia here. And then Goofy is gonna be... Dude, I think Goofy's like... I think Grim's better than Goofy. Grim's better than Goofy. And then Dycha... I'm just gonna cut to the chase with Dycha. Dycha's been really freaking bad, dude. Dycha's been terrible. I think Dycha's F tier for this year. It's just been like abysmal for the team in terms of like chemistry, everything. This is almost better than I thought, 0.97. But Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. Like the only thing he did well at was the play-in, and the play-in's usually when you're farming noobs. He actually did well versus... Actually, those are two kind of okay... These are okay teams. They're not bad. But... This is F tier, unfortunately, for Dycha. I like Dycha a lot. I like Dycha a lot, but man, it's like if we go through rating on stuff like this, guys, CT side, oh my god, he has been like, dude, it's like 15, T side like 14, floor is a 1, ceiling is a 3, intangibles is like terrible. It's been really bad. What did that guy say? That's too much, yeah. That's too many emotes. A few too many emotes there. That wasn't even a moderator. That was just Nightbot. Yeah, Dycha, unfortunately, is like F tier flat out. Is he better than Floppy? Chat. Is he better than Floppy? Is he better than Liaz? No, I've seen Liaz drop 3 kills in a whole game. Is he better than... Okay, the question is he better than Siren? Okay, is he better than Siren? No. Worse. Yes? No? Yes? I'm seeing more no's. Floppy, Dycha, Siren. That's the most coherent thought that made it through the airwaves. And I'm kind of there with that. I'm kind of there. But then he had... The thing is that intangibles are hurting Dycha, okay? The intangibles hurt Dycha. Dycha made ENS change roles because he wasn't succeeding, and then he continued to fail. So Yeah. Guys, Vexite, in the context of the teams, I would never be down. See, the thing is, like, with the team, the pay, expectations, I'm not getting mad at Vexite and Liaz ever. Okay, let me just reiterate that. I'm not getting mad at them because what FlyQuest and Vexite are and Liaz are is not a team that I think should be doing as well as they are. So per expectation, they're doing fine for me. In terms of tier 1 Counter-Strike, they are at the bottom of it. Okay. Okay, let's move. No, LinVision. The guy paid me $50 damn. Okay, we're doing LinVision. And then we are doing Navi, okay? We are doing LinVision, then we're going to go to Navi. Let me get these players. Let me grab these people's pictures. Okay, Westmelon, we get that one. Starry, the goat. Wait a second. We're not going to do... Wait, we're not... Zacher is their opper, so not gonna get him. And then EmiliaQAQ. Is EmiliaQAQ the... Okay, we don't need to do Westmelon. We don't need to do him. Okay. Alright, we'll do EmiliaQAQ. All I see on the LinVision page right now, by the way, is where's the page? So this is what I see on the LinVision page right now. I see these people. Zacher's the opper, so we're just doing Starry and EmiliaQAQ. So here, I'm going to just... Okay, we're getting them too. Okay, so we only have 2 people to do. Starry has been more impressive for me overall than EmiliaQAQ.
Westmelon is IGL. G was opper. Z4KR is also rifler.
Chaza, thank you for spelling it out in clear words. And yeah, so we're not really gonna do Westmelon, although I think Westmelon has been more impressive for me when I've seen them than EmiliaQAQ. So if I were to have him, he'd probably be better. But is this? Let's do this. Do they even play anybody? They haven't even played anybody. I think this guy's been the best for them, and it's like a 0.99. This would normally be like bottom of D, or like this would be D tier, or like, well, the one event that mattered. Okay, well, they played Chengdu. They played Chengdu, and they played the Major. So, wait, what is this? What event is that? The Asia RMR? Wait, he didn't even do well at that? Wait, why? Oh, because it's a filter on. So, yeah, so Starry's been reasonably good in domestic competition. He's been... Anytime I see this team, I feel like all I was watching was, like, this guy. So, that makes me want to put him in D tier, at least. But I don't think he should be in the same tier as... Dude, putting him in the same tier as Grim feels stupid. Feels bad. Feels legitimately bad. No, I'm sorry. We're putting him there, and I think EmiliaQAQ is the worst player here. EmiliaQAQ is actually the worst player here. Starry might be... Like, what is his... Like, Grim is... What? Okay, see, the thing is, like, versus top 50, he's 0.99. Grim's going to be, like, something, surely, halfway decent in 2024. 1 point... Oh my god, it's like the same rating. It's actually the same rating. It's actually like the same rating they all have. And he's... Okay, I'll say this. Starry is the only thing I ever remember about LinVision games, and so I think for that, he gets D. He does get D. EmiliaQAQ is the bottom, though. This guy, I remember more about him because of his name. And he doesn't even really farm domestic competition. And even when he plays anybody at a reasonable level, like, he gets bodied. He gets... Oh, that's impressive versus ecstatic. But he gets bodied. Like, Yeah, this is his land stuff. Yeah, this is F tier. This definitively F tier. Okay. Hey, SEO, thank you for the sub. You're my new best friend. Appreciate it.
ECO84 just subscribed.
Okay, we're gonna do Navi. I said I was gonna do Navi now. I'll add Malbs later, guys. We're almost there. We're getting to the conclusion of we're moving on. We're moving on. Okay, Bit, JL, Ema. I'm gonna start with Ema. This guy has been really bad. But what I said before, I think I have to make an exception to the rule. Okay. I said that C tier should be like your third best rifler on a team that makes the semifinals. I'm going to say this. Ema has actually proved that he could be the third best rifler on a championship winning team. So Ema 2024 was the war. Like, this is like crazy. This is crazy. This is what he put up at the tournament, guys. Like, I don't know, like, what to make of this at all. Like, this is bad. The eye test is terrible. The eye test was worse than that. The eye test was like, oh my god, it's so bad. But let's try to ignore that. Like, ESO Pro League was a quietly okay event for Ema. It was quietly decent. Quietly okay. Not many people... Is it going to play? It didn't read your message. What? Okay, maybe it's because you had a swear word in it. Anyway, Chaza says, anyways, I've seen G2 and LinVision. I got sleep now. Have a good day, chat. And no, I'm not an Oiler, just a boring-ass accountant. Thank you so much, Chaza, for all of the donations throughout this. You hope you have a good sleep. And, dude, I'll make a tier list for whatever you want. For $50 is $50. Am I right? Am I right? You know what I mean? Thank you, Chaza, though. Thanks for gifting a sub also to Ince. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're my new best friend. Okay. Chazza the... It shouldn't be Chazza the bot. It'd be Chazza the goat. Versus top... Oh, he fell off again. He fell off a cliff again. All right, guys. I'm just going to say this. I already knew in my head what I was going to put for Ema, okay? I already knew. I knew. I said the thing at the beginning. The line at the beginning was foreshadowing. I said a C tier player in tier 1 could be your third best rifler on a team that makes it to the top 4 of an event, okay? The quintessential version of that was Nexa. Nexa's like, yeah, he's just doing his job. He's solid. You should be like, reward, like, he doesn't need to be the star, whatever. Ema's worse than that. He's actually worse than that. He is the exception to the rule that it's your third best rifler on a team, okay? Ema is top of D tier right there with Grim.
Grave Dancer 123 just subscribed.
Grave Dancer 123, you are my new best friend. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the support. I know this is like the first... Okay, just to get sidetracked a little bit. This is the first stream I've done in like... I mean, I did maybe one... I did like a couple Mondays in the middle of Pro League where it was like not an official Pro League stream and I was doing winners and losers. That had good turnout. Thank you guys so much for coming out after a... nice sponsorship in terms of like it was fun to learn a lot about what the stream was and everything, but yeah, his entry stats are good. His entry stats are decent, okay? I get it. I've looked at Ema's entry stats. Dude, his entry stats are okay. They're okay. That's probably the only reason he has any rating at all is because of entry, by the way. But like he's pretty much bad at everything else. Like, legitimately bad at everything else. Let's look at it. Yeah, look at that. Like, 26.7, 48.6. Let's do 2024. 26.6, 50.5. Like, he's the exception to the rule, guys. He is the exception to the rule. Dude, The eye test is just terrible with this guy. It's just so bad. Okay. Also, T side. Meh. Yeah. The reason he has a good CT side is because he plays all the... Okay, wait, what is it? What are his actual stats on these sides, actually? EMA. He's a 1.02 on CT. He has a sub 1.0 KD in good positions. T side? Guys, you're like... It's like... Guys, you have to do... You actually have to do... Straight up magic. You have to do magic. You have to do literal sorcery to put together a way that you could poke a hole in ZywOo's resume. You have to do the same thing to say anything positive about Ema. You have to. Like, you have to put together some incredibly long-winded explanation about, like, but look at his one stat that's very specific on CT side as he plays important positions. Like, nah, come on, dude. He's D. He's D tier, man. Like, it's like, I'll do this. Okay, you know what? Actually, okay. Would I rather have Ema over Phelps? Dude, Phelps sometimes farms people. No, Ema's like, it's like this. Like, this is the range, okay? He's beneath Hunter. maden&Magisk, I don't have enough data about yet. Phelps actually did some good things against some really good teams at sometimes. And Ema is, like, the problem right now with this team. Ema is the biggest problem with this like, dude, Ema just does too many stupid things, and I see it too often.
Instead of facts, just use pure delusion.
Yes, I will, Chaza. I will. Thank you. I will. The pure delusion is that... The pure delusion is that Ema is underrated, overrated. I think people understand he's like sub-mid. He is sub-mid. Okay? He is some mid. He is some mid. Okay, now Bit. Now Bit is an interesting one. Bit was super silent for the entirety of the event, but then in the actual grand finals, he went absurd. Also, look at this. Look at Bit on T side, guys. For the entire year, 1.18? Like, these are his year stats. Okay, let's take that off. These are his stats. He's practically just always solid. He's always solid, and he came up at the absolute biggest moment ever. Okay? He came up in the biggest moment that he needed to, and, like, guys, I am weighting that a little bit higher. I am weighting this higher. 1.07 on paper doesn't look good, but... Guys, this is map 3, major grand finals. Fuck your sample size. Fuck your sample size. Fate of the universe on the line. I want B1T. Fate of the... This is literally the fate of the universe on the line premise. Okay? And there is nobody that has stepped up more. There's nobody that has stepped up more. That's fate of the universe. Of the universe on the line, alien with the death laser pointed. I want Iguodala. Fate of the universe on the line, I want Bit. Curry's better. And so is Wonderful. So is JL today. But fate of the universe on the line matters. And that's why he gets bottom of B tier. He's been pretty much C tier for the entire year, but in the actual most important game of the entire year, the most important map of the entire year, Bit was the best player by far. Okay? Dude, he's been so particularly average for the rest of the... Nah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Fate of the universe on the line. He doesn't... Rain's body of work for the year is better than Bit's. But Fate of the universe on the line moment gets him to the middle of B tier. Okay? Because you can't give it to people that didn't even make the major. He can't be lower than them. He can't be lower than them. Can't be lower than anybody that didn't make the major. Body of work. There. I think that. There we go. I think this feels better, actually. I think that feels better. I think this feels better. Damn, it's something like this. Let's just do that. Let's just keep it. I'm not going to get into that. Just going to do that. Actually, let's... Fate of the Universe on the line moments are so much more important. Okay, people have to make the major also. Well, actually, that's the exception to the rule. The Twist and Naf have been so good trying to make the major. But, yeah. Yeah, Naf above bit. Yes, Naf above bit. Okay, you can go back through all the explanations if you want. JL. Another one, guys. Another one where, like, it's a bit of a disservice. It's a bit of a disservice to rate him too low, even though the rest of his year's been good. It's been definitely good. But ESL Pro League was kind of messes up the memory a little bit, okay? It really does. It really kind of messes things up a little bit. But Fate of the Universe on the line kind of moment, like, I got to do the same thing, okay? Maui Rifler tier list. Oh, no. Oh, no. This thread's going to be so good, isn't it? That thread's going to go crazy. So, in a similar context, I'm going to put JL at the bottom of A tier. The bottom of A tier. He's been better than Bit for the whole... no, I'm putting him above Naf. Nah, he's been better than Rob's. He's been better than Rob. Actually, let's do this. There we go. There we go. Now, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. ESO Pro League was kind of bad for him, but he did it at the major, man. Like, this is good. This is really good. Okay? Can I safely say that JL is a top 10 rifler in the world today? Or for the year? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think this is good. Like, let's go through an important game that mattered a lot. Let's go through this one. This is a very important game. And JL still did very well, 1.27. Like, he was, you know, the strongest rifler. Niko was still there. You know, people, like, Niko didn't do great, I think, on this map where JL ascended. But this isn't the map 3 of the mate. It's an important one. It is an important one. It's an important one, but through the body of work for the rest of the year, yeah, like, you know, there's that. Also, they got to farm this stage. I mean, let's see this. Let's just look at Niko versus him for the year. LAN 2024. Okay. Versus top opposition. Wow. It's just like he suddenly ascended at one time. Niko's almost always better, and then you look at a top 5 opponents, and JL just went absolutely apeshit one time. Or, like, a couple times. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's do this. Top 30 filter. Dude, this is really... Yeah. 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 More entries, too, for Niko. More entries. Way more entries. Nah, I'm keeping it to this. I'm keeping it to this. So according to recency bias, JL greater than Niko? Why would that be the case? Who's the last guy in S tier? Xantares. This is good. This is good. It's 2024 list. It's a 2024 list, and Niko's been in 2024 been better overall through all events. The biggest event that mattered the most gets JL here, but like if we kind of just use a like broader, well, even let's just do this. Let's just do majors. I mean, it's a 1.22 to like a 1.1 something, right? So this is the one. If we do big events. So like I think this includes Katowice and the major. Niko gets a little bit higher than him, and then in all the other events, Niko's better than JL too. So, the biggest... Actually, I'm doing this. Yeah, doing that. I'm doing that. There. That's where we go with it. Yeah, that feels... Actually, you know what? That actually does feel better. That actually does feel a lot better. Because xertioN didn't even really win the MVP at Pro League. He could have, he should have, but it's a studio event versus what Niko handled him in a playoff game. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. That's where we're at with that. Okay. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay. Maden and Magisk. Dude, this is a tough one, man. This has been a really tough. This is a really bad one, man. This is... Dude, they've been just bad. They've been just bad, man. They've been really bad. I'm like... Dude, they're not even finding the same success Liquid is. You know, Liquid's looked better. And I feel like Maden's been a reason they haven't been that strong either in this year. He's been bad. Yeah, Maden's been pretty bad. I think Magisk has been a little better, but like, who's this even against? 1.04 and you're playing like bums. You're playing in bums. You're losing to Metasport. You're getting farmed by Metasport. Like, okay, let's see the events that mattered. So Pro League, sub 1.0 KD. The major, it's the RMR, 1.07, worse than Magisk. Like, this is the one saving grace is Kato. The one saving grace was Kato for this. So I think this has to mean something. This has to account for something in the year. So I don't want to really say F. Because Kato is more important than Chengdu, okay? So, like, here, let's do this. So let's put it someone else that, not roll for roll, same stuff for the year for 2024, but let's do Maden versus skullz for 2024, and let's do a top 30 filter. Even just a top 30 filter. 1.02 versus 0.97. He's better, so he's better. Like, stop spamming that many, dude. Like, what are you doing? It's just, you want to put that many on my face for, like, just, dude, here, like, can we ban that guy for a little longer, you know? Like timeout for... He's... Wait, that's seconds? That's seconds? Okay, done. There we go. That's just too many. I don't even know how many 40,000 seconds is, but just a little longer. Okay, just too many. Yeah. Just a lot. Okay, it's just a lot. Okay. So Maden has basically, like, they both failed at their own respective RMRs. Falcons was admittedly harder in, I mean, you would just say the NA RMR is easier. Like, it is. Maden's better than skullz. I think he's D tier. I think he's better than Starry, but he didn't play the major, and I feel... Okay, I'm gonna be real. Mezii goes beneath Maden, okay? Mezii is beneath Maden, let's be honest. Let's be completely real with that one. Actually, he didn't make it to the major. He's like there. That's just not right. There we go, Mezii there. Mezii is kind of the problem on the Mongol sometimes. Okay. He's just a headshot percentage merchant. Okay, and then Magisk. I think Magisk is still a really solid player. When I watch Falcons, he's like, he's just like, okay, if we do this for Magisk on Falcons, I would still say like 35, 32. Floor is really high. Ceiling is 3, but intangibles probably like a 7 because he yells at Boros. So this is what I would just give off the top of my head. 40 points, 72 points. He might even be B. Is he actually a B? I don't think I can give him B because he just doesn't play the highest level of competition. But he's been, I think 2024 has been okay for him. Completely okay. This might be a little too high. Like, dude, he's doing pretty well versus everybody. This is a little too high. Yeah, a little too high. But I think he's he's in C. He's in C, and it's kind of like, I probably would say Dupree is better for the year than Magisk. And is Nexa better than him in Bro and Mezii? They're playing on better, harder stages. Yeah, we're going to do this. He's like Kylar level. Magisk has been Kylar level. I'm going to put him above Kylar. There we go. That looks better. Yelling at Boros. C. He's C. Mezii better than Magisk. Insane. Dude, for the year, man? Really? Like, for the year? Players is like, I mean, he's getting to play so many weaker opponents. And I get that. Losing to Bet Boom. Losing to Bet Boom. Being bad versus Amcall. Yeah. Let's see this. I'll do this. Mezii's ratings will be bad, but he's going so much deeper into every event. And he's actually qualifying for the major. So, dude. This is the RMR. The RMR. Okay, see, this is so fraudulent. This is legitimately fraudulent. Because people are like, oh, he's so much better than... Dude, the same RMR. 1.12 rating from Mezii. The same RMR. 1.12 rating with a sub 1.0 KD. Bruh. It's the same event. Like, they're playing different opposition, but, like, Mezii goes to the grand finals, gets absolutely farmed in the grand finals. 0.97. It's not that bad. Dude, lost in the group stage, 1.00. Don't tell me it's, like, that obvious. Don't tell me it's that obvious that he's better or anything like that. It's not. He didn't even play the major. They didn't even qualify. There's other problems with the team, but like it's like they're neck and neck. They're legit neck and neck. I'm gonna say better than Wicadia now. Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, like Magisk hasn't like I don't know. You can't look at me dead in the eyes and be like, Magisk is like clearly a B tier player right now. Like what? Like, really? Yeah. I'd say Mezii gets a slight edge right now. I think people are being really harsh because of what happened yesterday. Okay. Let me do one unfun team. Let me do a non-fun team, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna do like arrozdoce, sjuush, or Roman and sjuush. Okay. Let me make sure I got the right ones. Arrozdoce is this guy. Yeah, arrozdoce, sjuush, Roman. We're gonna do these guys really quickly. Arrozdoce, I'm gonna just put him like C tier. He's just a totally solid player. I think he's a little bit. I'm gonna put him like bottom of C tier actually. No, I might do D. I think he's the reason Saw are relevant sometimes, not because of really anybody else. sjuush is kind of right next to him actually, and Roman is definitely in the F tier. Roman, the one thing people were like, oh, but Roman sometimes clutches. It's like once every every 7 maps he wins a 1v2. Like, I'm not really rating that very highly, and I think that actually all these people are better than him. I'd probably put him right there. I'm putting Roman right there. Here, let me see arrozdoce for the year though. Okay, let's just do this quickly and the right way. Let's do LAN for arrozdoce. Yeah, 1.09. Doesn't really play too much. Okay, let's do actually a ranking filter. 1.08. That's all right, but he doesn't even play good opposition, so these numbers are definitely higher. Yeah, like he's solid. He's solid. I put him there for a reason. And then sjuush, I would assume pretty similar. Ooh, actually worse. But like once they play, okay, it's because when I see them actually play, they're like practically the same in terms of rating. So yeah, decidedly lower than him, maybe even D tier. Okay, actually, you know what? arrozdoce kind of has been the guy for them when I've seen them play, whereas sjuush is kind of like a nice assisting component to Muterus and Story and stuff. Like, I'm gonna just put him. Let's just put him there. He must at least playing better opposition. You just looking at stats or accounting for team and org surrounding as well? Dude, we've been doing this for like 3 hours. Like, we're definitely talking about stuff here, but like, it's more than just stats. I know I'm just showing stats, but like, this is going to be a YouTube video that I have to edit also. Yeah. If I was like, let's break down the org they're in and go through all of their sponsors and who, like, the management and is the team being put together, it's like, bro, we're gonna be here for like a week. We'll be here for a week. Like, people, oh god. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I have to go to the bathroom because I just wanted to get through. Also, yeah, like, this scene is also very weird. I know. You're just asking. I know. But this scene sometimes can be so weird because, like, you, like, spend 3 hours on a tier list. You go through every single reasoning and why. And then somebody's like, oh, but you didn't know that Ujerks had a cold sore on his mouth because he drank something from a bar like 3 days before the major. It's like, bro, how the and it's like, but you knew that the guy had food poisoning. You knew he had food poisoning, so you should have included this into your analysis. And it's like,
sjuush, nicoodoz, nertz, Teses. It's obviously funny that we have nicoodoz even here. Let's be real. On T side, he's actually pretty nasty with the AK, but on CT side, doesn't really use the rifles that much. I mean, he shouldn't, but he does. I feel like the proper place for him, and also, like, if he were a sick rifler, HeavyGod would have probably hung on to him. Like, he's okay. Like, I think he's probably, like, around D tier. I'm gonna go before stats. I would say actually top of D tier. So let's actually look at this. But the problem is that you can't really look at this without actually conflating his rifle stats with his op stats that easily. It's like, because yeah, he has this, but he's also opping, and so, but he does rifle a lot. Like, look at this. He actually has more rifle kills this year by a significant margin. He has 25% of his kills are with the op, and then, but 50% of his kills are roughly with the rifle. Like, AK plus M4s, both M4s, is 50, about 52%. About 53% of his kills are with the AK and M4, and 25 are with the op. So you kind of would say that his stats are mostly based off of that. So, I'll say, okay, one thing that's actually a better judge of it is that you go to this, you go to top players, you look at T sides for 2024, and then you look at where he's at for the T sides, because his, so he's actually pretty low, because he does use the AK. I guess what's funny about it is that eye test wise, I've seen him win a boatload of clutches with the, wait a second, T side. So 1.02, so D tier, I'd still, that T side is quite bad, because he does buy the AK a lot, but it kind of feels more like, I think putting him above maden is actually kind of bad, or kind of reasonable.
so sjuush has been a reliable and stable force for Heroic. If I had to go off the top of my head, I would say bottom of B tier. But Heroic have been pretty bad lately. But that's they haven't been too bad. I'd say for roles, he's like, yeah, I really want to say bottom of B. It's like kind of up and down, unfortunately, here. Let's do LAN. Ooh, okay. Little worse than I thought. And I think that's fitting because, yeah, this year they've been... I think he needs to be bottom of C. Let's just do that. We're going to do bottom of C. He's not in the same tier for me. Okay, he's kind of like top of D, bottom of C right now. We're going to do this. We're going to do like next to Ema right there. Nertz is still, in my eyes, a... Like, I'm doing eye test versus looking at stats and then kind of reminding myself. But I'm not like... If the whole list could just be based off of stats, I wouldn't really... There is some subjective judgment, which is why I have sort of these things. Which is why, actually, you know, sjuush's floor is usually pretty stable and good. His ceiling doesn't really raise you, so he'd be kind of like 5-2. Intangibles, probably also like a 7. I would assume his T side is probably worse than his CT side. I would say nertz is top of C, bottom of D. So let's look at that for the year. So I'd say... For 2024, this looks like a solid bottom B guy. Yeah, I think that really matches with what I was thinking, actually. Yeah, quite good. Yeah, I think like right next to ints like is fine. I'm gonna do that. Didn't have any disasters on like this major was bad for him, but at least he got to the major and like really did well getting to the major. And in the first stage of the major, he absolutely farmed people. ESO Pro League, even though they were doing badly, he did well. Chengdu, seems like the whole team did kind of badly at this event, but still held its own. I think Teses is like right next to nertz. I think Teses actually was a little bit lower earlier on, and kind of lately has been better than nertz, maybe not better, but like on the same level as nertz. So maybe he's more like the C tier. Let's see, Teses for LAN for the year, events, little lower, but yeah, kind of like, yeah, that's kind of how it read. That's kind of how it's read. He's kind of been pretty strong lately, And then, yeah, the major, they all did really badly in this stage, but again, did well. This RMR where I counted really highly for nertz, though, didn't do that well for him. Kato, he actually did pretty good. I think this is B, actually. I think this is pretty solid B here. Do I think he's like Yabby's level? I think like Yabby's level. Let's do this. Let's go like here. Let's do that. Actually, he's been more consistent than Yabby. He's been way more consistent than Yabby. We're going to do that. Boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, unfortunately right now it's nertz in B, Teses C, sjuush in D. Okay. Oh, God. VP. Yeah, Teses is like a ceiling raiser and not really a floor lifter. Like, he's pretty much all over the place, so he put him like that. Intangibles, probably a little worse than sjuush, but like not really too bad. Okay, electronic, Norbert, and Fame. Unfortunately, there has been a bit of a fall from grace for Norbert, guys. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. He has not been that guy as much anymore. Okay, like Norbert has. I think off the top of my head, he has to be D tier. Okay, I think off the top of my head, top 30, Norbert. I guess I'm looking at ESL Pro League. Actually, you know what? He's been good until then. He's been good until then. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank God he's not actually that bad. I remember this being so bad that I'm kind of like, I was too much recency bias, but thankfully we looked at these things a little bit more. Wait, on LAN though, on LAN. It's tough rolls though. Tough rolls and he does well versus everybody. Okay, you know what? At LAN to be this consistent across the board, he's still making it to C tier. He's still making it to C. He's at the bottom of C tier. No, I like him more than Hunter. So he's getting there. Actually, he's getting there. He's getting there. Let's go Techno versus band for band. Band for band. Techno versus Norbert for the year. Top 30 LAN. Let's just do LAN 24. Top 30. Band for band against across all opponents. Oh my God, they're practically the same. Practically the same. Because they just have such a limited sample size against better opposition. But practically the same. And I'd say, ooh, they kind of have, role-wise, pretty similar. Pretty similar role-wise. Ooh. Wait, what about Hunter? I think Hunter's been worse. That's why we put him there. Hunter has been pretty bad. He just did well at Pro League. He just did well at one event. Yikes. They're all so similar. They're all so similar. I'm going to put Norbert above Hunter, though, because I just like him. Okay. Electronic. It's kind of hard for me because I'm thinking between when he was on Cloud9 and VP, and it's kind of hard to remember. Gut reaction for me is that VP was kind of bad for him so far, so that would kind of be like, I almost think like electronic for VP so far has been bottom C, top D, but with Cloud9 I felt like he was top B, if not A. Like really good. But let's see. I feel like that's pretty much where I would go with it. Yeah, I think VP was bad though for him so far. Let's go 2024. 2024 LAN. Yeah, okay, so when he knew that it was over for him and Cloud9, this is where they did really badly. I'm going to count that a little bit less. At the major itself, quite a solid player. At the RMR, quite a solid player. At Kato, they did really badly. I mean, I thought they were going to lose this one for sure. They just were in... The no op stuff was really hurting them a lot. And then really good at the play-in. But this is kind of one of the more important things. But like this first outing, I mean, I held it against Yabby and Staehr. I held it against Yabby and Staehr for having a really bad period, even with the bad calling. And people are like, oh, wow, why is Yabby so low? And it's like, come on, like, he did really badly with Blame F. Like, okay, if we do 2024, LAN, they barely played anything, and they played the worst at the biggest event. They played absolutely terrible here, and people are like, oh, Electronic's not that good. I mean, dude, Electronic at least got to the major. Doesn't have any ratings in the red. Like this play, like, and yeah, all your time does count. And so Chengdu, I want to weigh it a little bit less because I know that Cloud9 probably knew they were all out or he was out of the team, but he still put up a 1.03. And it's like, the Astrals were fighting for their damn lives and they still put up those numbers. So I have to put Electronic actually like B tier, right? Let's do this. I think Staehr has shown a level of consistency that's been really impressive. Electronic before and after February 8th. That's such a, like, there's not a lot of time there, though. That's like a month, dude. $1.16. Yeah, but, like, he also was on a tumultuous roster that... There's other things than just that, There's more than just this. It's a pretty big... It is a decrease, but, like, this team was at their steadiest. They were really steady at this time. They were, like, really trying to make this no-op shit work, and then it all started falling apart. Like, the Chengdu stuff, they knew... It's like, okay, one, this is a brand new lineup. Let's just even look at it like this. Let's look at when they were trying their hardest, which was for the major, and not that before-after stuff, okay? Let's just do this. February 8th to April, because this is the beginning of Pro League, like April 7th to February... Oh, no, not February that. February 8th. Let's do that. See, that's more like... See, like, that's not a... You're, like, conflating this, like, patch with, like... Was he on a serious team that's focused, where it's, like, very slim deviation... Dude, you can't be serious. A 0.05 difference in KPR, and you're saying that's a collapse? That's not a collapse. That's like standard. That's just standard variance, dude. The difference in 0.05 KPR is so minuscule. If it were 0.1 or more, we could talk. Like even 0.05, that's a minuscule amount. And also, it's probably I bet you he's just playing some tougher opposition because he got deeper into the major and then did badly versus Vitality. Like. This single series in this limit of a sample size, just that. It's not significant at all. Flit, I'd probably put Flit just beneath Electronic. Flit puts up really good numbers versus really weak competition, but he does fall off usually. Like okay, let's just do this. Top 30 filter even. Still good. And still a guy I would say is in... Would I say he's in the top 20? I'd say this. He's in the top 20 riflers in the world. He's definitely in the top 20, so let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lands him right at Electronic. Assuming that nobody else even passes him, which is not even true. He's not better than anybody here. He's not better than anybody here. He is... I feel like he's probably right behind Nertz for me. He's right behind Nertz. I'm just gonna settle on that, and that's where he goes. Okay, Fame. Now, Fame is in like the top 40 of riflers in the world, so let's go there. 21, 22, 23... 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. He's better than these guys. He's better than those guys. Fame is better than... He's like Senzu level for me. I think Fame is right where Senzu is. Yeah, that sounds... Okay. Fame, 2024, top 30, 1.10 versus top opposition. Pretty well until he plays the top 5. Events at this event... At Chengdu, not great. The Major, not great either. The RMR... decent, badly at the play-in, and that I think this is, yeah, he's like C tier. He's kind of fallen to C tier. Yeah, I think this also feels really right. Like Dupree and Fame, kind of similar. Yeah. Yeah, it's a decent RMR, but like, isn't he just okay? He beat, like, this is just. Bruh, like, this is Fnatic. I'm not even rating Fnatic's players. Like, I mean, How is staehr so high? Actually, you're right. Staehr got a big boost because he didn't play the major, so it didn't have to play as much tough opposition. I think staehr kind of, but he actually has been, the thing that's been impressive about staehr is that I'm rating people with their teams. And the thing is that staehr is the only person that's been relatively consistent throughout. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Staehr's good. What am I talking about? Staehr is good. I've been noticing it more and more lately. Staehr is good. This is legitimately good. This is legitimately solid. B is a bit high. Let's do. B is a bit high. B is a bit high. Well, I mean, this level of B is a bit high. It's for the whole year. They've had some pretty bad failures, but staehr's actually been a pretty consistent force. But I don't think he's better than electronic. Nor do I think he's better than nertz. And I have to use some subjective judgments here, or else this is just a stat list. And it's not a stat list. I think this sounds right. This is better. Yeah, this is better. Staehr was like the consistent piece for this team, even when they were falling apart. Like, I think this is where it gets really, people are going to kind of like have their heads turned a little bit. Like, look at the year. Look at the year between these two people. Look at the year between staehr and stavn. Land top 20. Like, are you... He literally, like, this is a sub 1.0 KD. This is a slightly positive 1. It's splitting hairs. They're practically the same. But through the events that mattered most, like, this event matters so much. Or this, look at this. This like, for Astralis, this is like one of their biggest games. Staehr does well. Stavn and Yabby fall off. That's their biggest game. So I'm going to have staehr above stavn. That's flat out their biggest game. Okay, we're going to do that, though. Okay, magixx, zontix. Honestly, like, these guys have been really good, too. My biggest critique is that zontix fell apart on a big stage. But beyond that, like, that's kind of a mouse effect, you know? I feel like zontix right now is right next to Brollan for me. Right next to Flames. He's kind of around here. Dude, Spirit, you're doing your team no favors by not playing events, by the way. Because I feel like zontix should probably be, like, right here. But you just don't play enough. You don't play enough, and then... Let's just see. He's so good. He's so good, but then just such a little sample size, but he's so good. He's actually so good. I can't have him that low. Yeah, I can't have him that low. I can't have him this... Like, this is insane. This is really, really strong. I almost feel like it's like... He's like next to Naf, actually. You know what? He's done way more on bigger stages. He's right next to Naf. Yimpat's been better overall this year, but zontix is definitely in the A tier. Okay? There. It's done. It's done. He's in front of Naf. He's played on bigger stages than Naf. They actually did well at Katowice. They did well at the major. Naf's been farming in, like, lower tier events. Okay? He's better than Naf right now. He's had a better year, at least. He's had a better year. And then magixx has been the weakest piece of this team, but he's still okay. He's still okay. So this looks still pretty good. I think this is B also. This is B. Okay, you know what I need to start doing for the last of these is that I need to give gut reaction, then look at stats. I should have done that from the beginning. Gut reaction, rating, and then kind of like find the middle between my idea and the stats. But yeah, magixx is B for sure. I think he's better than staehr. He's like right there. Yeah, he's right there. Like, I would take any of these people before magixx on my roster right now if I have championship aspirations. That's fair. So let's keep moving. Axile, really good at the major. Really good at the major. Practically useless at everything else. I would have said before the major, D tier, like Mezii level, like no joke. No, he probably would be better. He'd probably be like Grim. Like him and Grim were going, they were like just like both very underwhelming. And then the major raised Axel stock to probably B- tier, and then he hasn't played anything since then. And so I'm gonna probably say between B and C. I'm gonna put him top of C at gut reaction. Let me see that for 2024. Yeah, 1.08 for the, let's do land. 1.08 top 30 filter, 1.07, and at the major, very good. Again, most important, like weighing the most important event of the year higher. And then again, I kind of like took away some points from Chengdu because this team knew they were falling apart. So his worst event of the year was when the team knew they were falling apart. And then if you actually, let's almost just look without Chengdu, just for those 3 maps. Let's just do that, just for the sake of this. When was that? Like that? Something like this. So yeah, there. Yeah, this is top of C. This is top of C tier. Like, especially because the major was the most important part. Yeah, I'm going to leave him there. I'm just going to leave him there. Actually played the major, unlike some of the people even above him, but just has been really, really rocky in other things. Like, yeah, not great. Not great. Fiku, really bad. Fiku to me is F tier. Fiku is probably right here between dycha and Siren. Let me see. Is it F1KU? Yes, it is. Yeah, I think he's F tier for sure. Very little doubt here. Very little doubt in Fiku being F tier. Yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad because it's also against terrible opposition. And LAN, I don't even know if he's played LAN. What has he played? Like Blast Spring Groups and Get Rio. This is terrible. This is F tier. This is F tier material for real. So yeah, he's right there. I'm gonna put him beneath Siren. At least dycha made the major. Okay, at least Roman made the major. Okay, there we go. That's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Nexius is actually worse than Fiku. He's actually worse than Fiku. He's actually he might be Kai tier. He might actually be Kai tier, guys. This was like the one guy that flopped from Mao's NXT. Like the one guy. The one guy that has ever done badly with Mao's NXT has been Fiku. Or I mean not Fiku, is Nexius. He's Kai tier. He's actually Kai tier. Unfortunately he is. Yeah, he's worse. He's actually just worse than these guys. And HeavyGod gut reaction is B tier. I think gut reaction would put him right beneath Stavn for the year and above Axile. But because he played such low levels of opposition, I think he has to be in C tier. I don't think there's enough of a sample size versus top opposition, even though he is so good. He's so good. He's so good, but it's just not versus anybody that's that sick. Like, if you do top versus top opposition, it's just like, there's just nothing here. Look at top 5, so top 10, top 20, pretty good. Like, even these 13, dude, these 13 maps he played for people between like 10 and 20 were damn good because clearly those 5 maps sent him off a cliff. So I'm going to say top of C. I'm top of seeing him. Yeah, like, I think his year's been better than Yabby's. Oh no, that's not true. I think his year's been better. I think he's right there. He's right there for me. Like basically, guys, what HeavyGod, like, people are like, HeavyGod for Mezii, and I think that's actually good. It's actually an upgrade. You'll see that it's kind of like, but people also said, okay, here, let's bring this back to Vitality because we did a big recap of Vitality. With Vitality, people have been saying like, "Ooh, should you replace anything?" I've said yesterday at the end of the stream, and even today, I wouldn't touch Vitality. I don't think that there's an obvious mega upgrade anywhere around for Mezii that's gonna be like a slam dunk. I feel like maybe the best move is like a Crimbo type or something like that. Like look at the anchor type people that you could take for Mezii. All of these guys are roughly the same tier as him. Maybe a slight upgrade, but like it's just, yeah. HeavyGod, Mezii, Apex, and Zywoo learn Hebrew super team. Magixx above Dupree. Dude, people are like, you think Dupree is that good right now? Clive Quest? You think he's that good? Have you seen what dude, yeah, the Magixx above Dupree is literally obvious, dude. You're living in the past. You're living in like, yeah, Magixx is quite literally better. That's not even really much of a question. Yeah, Magixx is better than Dupree. He was so good on Prezi. Playing tier 4 people. Playing tier 4s. Like what? Dude, look at his versus like any top people. He has like 2 BO3s. He's like 2 BO3s there. But Wycadia below Dupree. Wycadia had a really bad pro league. Wycadia had a very bad pro league. Here. Dude, he has 2 things. He's played 2 things. He's played nothing. Like, okay, here. Wycadia. Wycadia Events 2024 LAN. Played on bigger stages. Put up... actually, you raise a good point. Oh, you raise a good point, CYPHER. You raise a good point. The thing is, before Pro League, I would have actually put Wycadia here. But then after Pro League, and not playing Vertigo every map, it's kind of like he falls around here. Pro League did some damage to Wycadia for me. Like this all did damage to them. This was a damaging performance for Eternal Fire. A damaging performance. Like this was bad. This was bad. This is bad. This is bad. Bad. I think Wycadia, by the end of the year, if I have to do this, LAN 2024, I think Wycadia will end with a 1.10. He's going to get a little better. He's going to improve for the last 7 months of the year. Oops. Magixx above him, but he won Kato as a contributing player. Also, a shitty major for Magixx is a 1.02. How is that? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. He's barely negative on a team that made it to the playoffs. And he's like the worst player for... Magixx is the worst player for role on Spirit. He also gets the worst roles. And he actually still contributes to winning Counter-Strike. Like this doesn't look sick, but you want to... Yeah, he's still good, man. He's still pretty good. Like, Magixx just doesn't farm ecos, okay? Magixx gets 0 eco kills. I honestly, I swear. It's like the least... Dude, literally... Dude, one time Magixx was playing... I think it was the A bomb site of Ancient. He threw all of his utility to slow down a full pistol buy that was running against him so Chopper could run over and run in with his MP9 into A main. Like, it was like... For anybody that, because I remember in that moment, I think I was watching with Scrawny or something like that at something, or I forgot why, we talked about it. We talked about that round. Scrawny and I talked about that round, and we were like, that's why you just, even if you think Spirit are going to win an event, you don't even get Magixx on your fantasy team because, like, he just doesn't even farm when they're winning. He's like the least farmy player ever, and we cited the same round, or we've talked about the same round before. Okay, CYPHER. CYPHER. We got to get to CYPHER. He's in the chat right now. CYPHER and faveN for bleed. Off the top of my dome, I'd probably put CYPHER in the C tier. I haven't been seeing as much bleed lately, but we're going to see. CYPHER, where you at? What you been doing? We got to see the... Oh my god, you've been popping off. You've been absolutely slaying. Because I haven't seen as much late. Oh my god! Oh my god! Not a lot against top opposition, but oh my goodness. Dude! Is CYPHER the GOAT? Is CYPHER the... I will be doing M80 at the end. I will be doing M80. Is CYPHER the literal GOAT? Is CYPHER the GOAT of all GOATs? Holy shit. Also, what the hell is this? Why do you even... What the hell is this? This is just tanking your rating. Brother. Dude, it's like... Okay, you're okay, let's just put it like this. CYPHER is dominating the opposition at his level. I can't... It's so unfair to put him on this list because it's just the level of opposition is so drastically different. But for what he's doing against the opponents that he's doing it against, it's like hard for me to even put bleed on this because I'm competing. He's competing with people that are playing much tougher opposition and it's online. But he's farming. He's farming. He's totally farming, dude. CYPHER and Hampus are slaying, you ignorant professional yapper. I can tell. He's actually farming people. It's giving... I think Mezii is the... Can't put him above another Brit. I can't put him above Mezii because Mezii right now is the best Brit. But is he the best Brit? Is the real question. And he thought YKD should be better than Dupree, so I got to put him beneath that. And Norbert is the GOAT, and Hunter is the GOAT. I'm putting CYPHER right here. I'm putting CYPHER above maden&Magisk. I'm putting CYPHER above maden&Magisk, and I am putting him beneath Hunter. The level of opposition is just absurd. It's just absurd. I think people that say magixx is not B tier are just not watching the games. Okay, I really do believe that. And if you're only looking at the stats, and you're also looking at the stats as he faces the best opposition and he doesn't farm ecos. Like, it's a... Like, magixx is literally like a... magixx is one of those players, it's like a pure eye test thing. Okay, faveN. Unfortunately, faveN is a little bit beneath CYPHER. From what I have seen, faveN is a solid piece for bleed, but I think putting him above a major winner is a bit fraudulent today. I did just put CYPHER above... I did just put CYPHER above Ema, but I think faveN has to be... Proces tier. No way tier. No way tier. Or decent tier. Decent tier. Or modern tier. Modern tier. He's better than Mezii. He's better than Mezii. He's better than Mezii, but he just belongs there. I am not including any more teams other than M80. Okay, M80 will be the only other team. I have been here for 6 hours. I'm not including every goddamn team unless you donate $50. If you donate $50, I'll add LinVision. Because I did. Okay? If you donate that much, I'm not adding effing bait, dude. I'm not adding Aurora, okay? Alright, say less. Alright, Malb's in the chat. M80 is gonna be the last team I add here. Because I have watched them. Add Mythic. If you give me $50 to put Mythic, it's going to be the easiest thing ever, dude. I'm sorry. It's going to be the easiest thing. I'm putting them Kai tier, okay? I've seen them play no top 50 opposition, period, okay? That's it. They have also, if they ever play top 50 opposition, they get farmed. Okay? It's easy. Don't waste your money on that. I don't want to be mean, okay? jkaem. If jkaem's on bleed... If jkaem's on bleed now... Is he contesting with the GOATs? Is he one of the GOATs? Is he one of the all-time greats? Is he next to Brollan or Niko or Donk? No, he's like jkaem's to me, jkaem's comfortably bottom of B tier. In an absolutely dysfunctional Apex team, I would say that jkaem was their best player for sure. He for sure was their best player for me. I'd say bottom of B tier. I'd say actually above Staehr. Let's do that. 2024. Boo! Against good opposition too? Dude, jkaem might be even jkaem's higher than that. jkaem's higher than that. LAN events. Dude, this is LAN 2024? 85 ADR. I know the KD isn't crazy, but the 85 ADR, bro. jkaem is back. Is jkaem better than, like, magixx? Yeah. Is he better than Flit? No. Okay, he's there. He's right there. He's right there. Flit, nertz, jkaem. Bro. Dude, jkaem is nasty. I mean, I like I said, I've been like bottom of the B tier with the stats a little higher. The stats a little higher. But that's why we do eye test into stats test. I think he's right there. I'm putting him above Flit. I'm putting him above Flit. Because his team is so dysfunctional. His team is terrible. His team was terrible. His team now is great. His team now is great. His team now is excellent. His team back then was horrible. I hated watching them. I hated watching Apex so much. Like the worst shit. Just eyesores. Just pure eyesores. Dude, he farmed the RMR. Who did he beat? Bro, he sunned Ecstatic. He sunned HeavyGod. He sunned him. Oh my god. HeavyGod 1.06. jkaem 2.15. 2.15. Me jkaem. Me go run at OG. I'm jkaem. I keep going. I do not stop. Of all the players on the list, jkaem's got me the one barking. He's so good. He's so good. Okay. All right. Isak and Andu and Volt. Okay. Isak is a comfortable D tier for me. He's right next to sjuush. He's right beneath sjuush for me. That's where I see him. And let's see what this says. Okay. Let's see how this compares. Might even be lower. He might actually be lower. 2024 LAN. Like, yeah, this is kind of where I put sjuush. I'm not moving him. That's where he goes. Volt is a little better. Volt is actually in the C tier for me. I'm going to put Volt in... I think Volt is kind of one of the weirdly underrated players actually in the space. Volt's been really strong. Wait. Okay, off the dome ski, Volt is right behind Sensu, above Dupree. That's off the dome ski. Let's see. Volt for this year, 2024, LAN... That's practically the same as Isak. Eye test wise is much better than Isak though. I've felt like he's been better than Isak for sure. Okay, let's see the big events. Let's see the events that matter. Okay, that's why. That's why I think he's good. Because he's a bit better at the major. Oh my god, Isak had a 1.08 at the major. That's kind of wild. And unexpected. What about this stage of the event? Okay, Isak had a 1.00 at that stage. Did they just lose everything at that stage? And then at the Rimmer, did significantly better than him. I think my claim of him being underrated, he shouldn't be above Hunter. He should not be above Hunter. That's a little silly. That's a little too much for me. That's a little too much. Yeah, he can't be above the GOAT, Norbert. Okay, and Andu, dude, I don't know. I've seen one game from Andu. I've literally seen I've seen maybe 1 or 2 Gamer Legion games at Pro League, and if I have to do it without looking at the stats of Andu right now, I'd probably put him like bottom of D tier. I'd probably put him like right behind Calyx. I put him there. Let's just see. Pro League, Andu, 1.09. Pretty good, but I just like, what has he even played other than, is that it? Did he just play that? He just played one event. He played 11 maps and he got a 1.09 on a sub 1.0 KD. I mean, the only thing I saw for Gamer Legion was them playing VP, which is probably why I didn't think he was super sick. He actually did pretty well at this. Better than I thought he did. My eye test? Okay, he went 31 and 34, but his rating is a 1.12. Okay, so he just... I guess that's why watching the game, it didn't feel like that, because he got some kills, I guess sometimes died pretty early. That's pretty impressive. But, like, I just haven't seen a lot. And he hasn't like, the level of opposition he's played has been this. He got to beat Ents twice. He got to beat Smooya, and then got schmirked by Mouse. Yeah, I'm not going to read too much into that. I'm really not going to read too much into that, because I'm still keeping him there. Nah, Maden's better. Maden's better. And because CYPHER's in the chat, faveN's better. That's why. That's why I put him there. Not biased. Okay, Krasnal, DemQQ, and... I always mess it up. Gimzi, and Ryu. Well, Ryu just got sent down to Monty Academy, and so Ryu got sent down. Okay, I'm gonna do this. First of all, I think DemQQ is insanely good. I think DemQQ is very good. Gizmi. Okay, I think DemQQ is very good. I think DemQQ is gonna end up being bottom B tier for me. So let me check DemQQ right now. I think bottom B is a very fair place for him to be. 2024. They didn't make it to the major because Excuse me? Excuse me. What? Holy shit, dude. I thought he was good. Whoa, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, ban that guy. Ban that guy. Ban that guy. Ban that guy. For sure. Dude, you can be mad live in a game a little bit, but, like, not to someone in the chat as they're here, dude. DemQQ... Dude, is he... How high on B tier am I putting this guy? Dude, he's actually going apeshit. Oh, and SDY played, but, like, so late, and then... Gizmi, not Gimzi. Gizmi. Okay. DemQQ is actually better than Crimbo. DemQQ is better than Crimbo right now. I'm going to put him there. He's not playing against elite opposition enough for me to want to raise him too much higher, but he is definitely very good. Actually, this feels bad. This feels a little bad because I see Twist and Naf up here, but I've just watched their games way closer, so I know that they're actually doing the absolute most with pretty bad pieces. And I think that Monty is in actually a pretty similar situation. I actually think that there's a world where you could say DemQQ is one of the top 20 riflers in the world. I think he is right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that's fine. I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay. Next one up. Gizmi. Before I close this, my general feeling is like D-, F tier. Actually, pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad. Oh, yeah, he's like back on the... Yeah, okay, yeah, he's F tier. I'm sorry. Like, Gizmi is... Was it Gizmi got... Yeah, I might go Kai tier. I'm going Kai tier. I'm sorry, but, like, I don't think Gizmi should be playing tier 1 CS right now. Yeah, the eye test was really bad for him at Pro League. Really bad. And the thing is that's crazy is that Kai is still allegedly still on Furia, like, going to keep playing them. And Gizmi was demoted. Okay, Krasnal, I would have probably put from the eye test right next to Norbert and maybe beneath. I'll do this. I think he's above Volt. I think he's right here, but I think he's right here. I think Krasnal is right above Volt. I'm going to put him there, and then let's see. So what's he been up to? That's bad. That's quite bad. But let's look at it as a total picture. What has he been bad at? Ooh, that's way worse than I thought. Wow, at Pro League, the eye test was actually pretty good for him on some of those games. Okay, Pro League is actually where he seems to be, like, finding some comfort again, but I think this needs to be a D. Yeah, he's not that good anymore. He's not as good as these guys, actually. There's no way he's as good as sjuush or Isak, that's actually for sure. Wow. Wow, actually, Krasnal is so much worse than I thought. I think bottom of D, top of F now. When I see that, I'm not going to put him two whole ass tiers beneath what I saw. Well, the RMR is so important, and he did so badly. He did so badly at the most important thing, but like they didn't have SDY in these first games, and then he did really badly though. Like this is pretty much his most important game of his year, and this is what he did in it. That's bad. 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 Ooh, that's actually real bad. It's bad. It's beneath floppy. It's beneath floppy. Yeah, that's fine. When you think of Krasnal, you think above Grim. Just unfortunately, I guess that hasn't been the case. I mean, dude, Complexity went 2-3 at the major. They made top 4 at ESL Pro League. Grim was a contributing member to the Pro League run for sure. Oof, dude, this is really... This bell curve is kind of working out though. The bell curve is working. Like there's the most in C, there's a bit in B, there's F is getting a little too loud. F is getting a little loud. And Ryu, I test Ryu, also F. I'd probably go F for Ryu. I mean maybe D. Actually D. The I test for Ryu for me is a D. Where is he even at? I think he's also demoted. Yeah. Damn. That's bad. That's bad. God damn, that's quite bad. What the hell? Let's just do this. Oh, God. Oh, damn. What? See, this is why the eye test is good. Because what did I watch? Yeah. I got like this. Like this. Like what happened? What's this? It's not Kai tier. It can't be Kai tier. He can't be Kai tier. He can't. It's not possible. No, the stats betray it. I think he's F tier. But like he actually did well versus FaZe. I don't know, like this guy is like I can't even rate this guy. What the hell is this? He did well versus FaZe. Didn't do good versus Furia. Beat fours. Did bad versus Ents. Did bad versus It's F. It's F. It's F because it's fucking with me. It's F because it's fucking with me a lot right now. I'm gonna put him above Starry. Okay. MIBR. I've only caught like a little bit of what they did at Melbourne, and then I saw them fail at the RMR. So I'm gonna say outright, eye test, Insani is a top 20 rifler in the world. I'm gonna say Insani right now is better than, but he's playing worse opposition more regularly. I'm gonna put him right. Nah, he's not. He might not actually be top 20, but he just never gets to play the best. I'm gonna put him above magixx and beneath Flit. I think that's a really fair place for him. Let me just check now. The stats test is gonna be stupid. Okay, trust me. The stats test is gonna be absurd. It's gonna be crazy, but he just doesn't. But at the biggest, he just hasn't gotten to play really solid teams. It's crazy. It's crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's crazy. But he's never even played a top 10 opponent this year. You know, like, it's like, it's really good though. Really good. But the RMR, which is what matters. Okay, let's do this. Ranking filter top 30. Top 30 ranking filter 1.19. Again, not playing anyone in the top 10. So it's really inflating it. And also, guys, like these are the two. No, wait, without the filter at that event. With like at the most important event of his year, it's this. This is the most important thing for them. And he went missing in this game, and I don't. Boiling down how good he is to this sucks, because this is what prevents you from playing top 30 opposition. Did I think MIBR was better than Legacy going into this game? Absolutely. I thought this was MIBR all day. And then he fell apart. He and the team just didn't do well in this super important game. And losing to Boss too. It's just like, you know, if I want to... But it's not his fault necessarily, like, if you look at it like this. But... -2 in first kills, +3 overall, 89. Like, he farmed. He did well. He did damn well. So I want to put him here. I think, but beneath Flit's fair. I really do. I think the eye test supersedes. It's almost like the lack of playing against good opposition is like, it's kind of like on that donk come up, okay? it's kind of like when Insani is on the donk come up. Like, this is kind of one of those moments where it's like, I don't want to crown him too early, okay? I just don't want to give him too much credit before it actually should be bestowed. And so I'm still giving him B tier without playing a single top 10 opponent all year, okay? Score for Aurora Spirit. Dude, I have no clue. Like, 13-0. Okay, no, 13-5. 13-5. I'm just making that up, by the way. Just making that completely up. Beyond that, okay. Exit, BRN, and drop. So, again, like, the biggest event for them... Exit is an IGL, by the way, so I don't really want to rate him, but I'll do it anyways. I feel like Exit is the second best player for this team overall, behind Insani. And then everybody else is kind of solid. I feel like, funnily enough, when I watch back some of Melbourne... Okay, so Melbourne, let's talk about their second most important event. So Melbourne itself... Yeah, second best player. Second best player, Exit behind Insani, BRN, drop, safe, all kind of behind him. Again, like, they didn't even play a top 20 opponent in it, so I don't want to go too crazy on these ratings. Exit, I'm going to put him in C tier. I just, you're good against your level of opposition, definitely, but you didn't make it to the major. Partially, you're responsible. BRN, I'm going to put him in D tier along with drop. Okay, drop is just... Drop is better than Kai, and I wish Fury still had drop, but I'm just gonna put them like this. No, Maden's better. There, boom, and faveN's better, and nicoodoz is better, and yeah, that's where I'm putting them. Okay, last team. No, I'm doing M80 after this. Let me get M80 so people don't think this is the end. Okay, I got them. Got the riflers for M80. Let me do Furia first. Okay. This is, guys, by it, like, despite what... Okay, I'll put Perfecto also. I'll put Perfecto. Okay. Okay, let's just do Perfecto. Perfecto is a top C player for me. I'm going to put him right above... I'm going to put him right next to Teses. I think Teses actually kind of stood out a little bit more. I just think that one thing that hurts... This is kind of stupid, but unfortunately, it's just by the situation of the team that he was on. Perfecto could probably be in B tier pretty easily here. Probably should be in B tier pretty easily, but... started opping on Ancient, and then he started being really bad at it. But for the other things he did, like Anubis, I thought he was pretty good. Inferno, okay, all right. This is a really, really wide C tier. I actually think, like, if Fame... I've actually been more impressed. It just, like, hasn't played a lot lately. I'm going to just stick with that, yeah. Okay, so Furia. So I'm going to start with Cello. Cello has been very bad for roll, but he's like as good as Mezii. He's practically like 1-for-1 Mezii. Like I think Cello has been quite bad, but so is Mezii. I think this is here. Cello is pretty bad in some of the roles he's in. He's playing good opposition very regularly. So, but he's clearly not adapted to his roles well. In fact, actually, I think it might even be disingenuous to. I think I have him like right above skullz, really. And I say that because he's actually more versatile than skullz. So what skullz is at right now, let's just do this. I think I nailed this, actually. I think I actually nailed this statistically and via eye test. So boom, LAN. I think we do top versus top opposition. And yeah, Cello is better versus better opponents. A little bit. This is bad. That looks bad. That looks bad right there. But... it's like very similar, and the one thing is that Cello runs forward. Cello for per roll has He has to run forward more, okay? Skullz is like just going slowly then dying on lurks, okay? Cello has to run forward sometimes. On anchor spots, they're kind of one... I think this. On T side, Cello is a hair better than Skullz. He's a little bit better than Skullz for his role. On CT side, I think Skullz is just a hair better than Cello. But Cello is... like... He's not the guy I would replace on this team, and also there's been way more ups and downs with Fury, and also they made it to the major. They made it to the major, okay? And in matches that matter, like, boom. Cello farmed the RMR. Oh, this is the major itself. Cello actually farmed at the majors, at one of these stages of the major. How crazy is this that Cello did this? Cello did that. At the actual RMR, how did he do versus Skullz in the head-to-head? Cello was the top-rated player, as Skullz was one of the bottom-rated players. So, again, talking about the important games, those little edges there, like, maybe Cello's just been better. He's actually probably here, actually. Like, my gut reaction was Mezii, a little bit better than Skullz. Or, like, maybe worse than Mezii, like, here. Let's just do that. Let's just do this. I feel... Nah. He's been bad lately, but like, what is Skullz? Skullz' best land thing is this at the very beginning of the year, and he got to beat up on Spirit, who didn't have their 5. So against actual teams, let's actually just do this. This is Skullz' actual rating versus 5-man lineups. So this is his actual best event for the year. So we actually look at Skullz' rating, like. Skullz for the year in LAN events, not beating on a stand-in team. Wait. Because that's just unfair. Like, it's just... Look at it. This is what Skullz has for LAN ratings this year. Okay? And this has been Cello for the year. Who's been with the roster longer? Cello. Cello's been with the roster longer. Cello has. Yuri, been pretty underwhelming this year, but still okay. I would probably put him top of D off the top of my head. I'd probably say top of D. So Yuri, let's do that. All right, let's just do this. Yuri, top of D. Yeah. Dude. Okay. RMR. Farmed complexity. Like, yeah. RMR, super important. Okay, very, very important. Oh, wait, why am I on Cello? Back to Yuri. Actual major itself, that first stage, cruised. Actual major, not good, but look at the caliber of opponents. G2, FaZe, don't expect them to win those. Don't expect them to be that bad. But even with that 0.45, he still put up a good fight versus Ecstatic, and his team lost. So big stage, you know, this is top of D for me. Because you look at the other events and, like, honestly, like, I think people have kind of taken the similar approach to Yuri that they did to Niko, where it's like, you know, you have these lofty expectations for him, and because he's fallen down a tad, people are going to really underrate him. But I think, okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to put him above Exit. Actually, I'm going to put Exit here. And I'm going to put Yuri bottom of C. Bottom of C there. Yeah, I think that's fairer. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to keep moving. KSCERATO. I'm going to tell you this takes 5 seconds. KSCERATO takes like... This is literally like... Guys, KSCERATO is a... He's a top 10 rifler. I'm just wondering where. I think top 10. Top 10... But where? Or top 15 at least. He's A tier. He's A tier. I'll just say this. He's A tier. I'm thinking where in A tier he belongs. I think for 2024, he is... I think he's right here. No, I think Yimpat's better. For 2024, I think Yimpat's better. But zontix has been pretty good too. But it's just, dude, he just doesn't play anything. I think, here, let's do this. Right there. Right there for him. Let's pull this up. Like, absurd numbers, by the way. Absurd. 1.35. By the way, I think he was the second highest rated person at Pro League. Or third. Yep, nope, second highest. Second highest rated player at Pro League. And look at top. Doesn't get to play the best opposition, though. But, man, when he does. Okay, let's look at for the whole year. Versus top opposition. Oh, that's a bit of news to me, actually. That's a bit of news. Okay, let's look at him versus Naf. Naf 20. Let's see. He's A tier minimum, but is he better than Naf? Better versus. Ooh. I feel. Oh God. Damn. 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 Made it to the major though. And again, let's go important game. In the important game. KSCERATO. Eesh. In the important game. In the important game, he did better. Did they play them ever again? They played them again? Who did better? EPL? Oh, yeah, I remember this. They were playing with Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Look, he was set up to fail. He was set up to fail. Someone out there in Brazil it was an inside job to put Kai on this team to try to sabotage KSCERATO's numbers so they could lowball him on the next contract. You know what? Oh my God. I just got to this is the conspiracy theory. They put Kai on this roster knowing it would this roster would implode and that it would hopefully lower KSCERATO, Yuri, Fallen, Cello, everybody's ratings, everybody win rates. And the thing is that in the this 5-year contract is ending soon. This 5-year contract, remember this? 5-year extension, Furia. 5-year extension. In June 21st of 2019, June 21st, 2019, they signed a 5-year deal. Look at what the date is. It's May 13th, 2024. The contract ends in a month. And what did Furia decide to do to try to make everybody's bartering power or bargaining power lowered on Furia? You sabotage them. You put the god-awful worst player in Tier 2 Brazilian Counter-Strike on this Furia team so that KSCERATO and Yuri can't argue or just bring up their contract numbers. Say, but that last month or two hasn't been too kind to you, KSCERATO. It hasn't been too kind to you, KSCERATO. It hasn't been too good for you. Sir, that's because you put Kai on our roster. But look at that. KSCERATO knew that was going to happen. He said, I'm a roll with the punches. I'm a deal with it. Despite the fact that you tried to sabotage our team by putting Kai on that roster, I'm going to fight through it, and I'm going to show you that I still belong in the A tier above NAF. And he does. Okay? KSCERATO is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th best rifler in the world. He's the 14th best rifler in the world. Okay. Now moving on to M80. Rec. I would say close your ears, guys. M80, I'd say close your ears, okay? I'd say close your ears, okay? I like Rec a lot. I think Rec is really good. He hasn't had much time in the Tier 1 space. That being said, I basically can only judge him from his ESL Pro League performance, okay? Like, every other LAN is... And the RMR. The RMR and the ESL Pro League performance, okay? So, in those, by the way, okay. The play-in, oh my God, look at that. The play-in, bruh, a 1.26, a 1.26 for Rec, a 1.26 for Rec. He farmed against Roosters. We'll be honorable and reasonable here. But he also did well against a Rebels team and he did pretty well in a losing effort versus Gamer Legion. Like, Rek solid, okay? Rek is solid. But this is all he has, okay? But, hey, at the RMR, did good against... Let's look at this. Let's look at these stats. Let's look at the stats, okay? Let's look at Rek. Let's find him. Let's find this guy. 1.13. 1.13. It's a Swiss stage, you know, didn't qualify. Where's skullz? 0.99. Wait a second. Excuse me, sir. I think Rek is outperforming skullz, and he was on a it was much cheaper. It was less than $600,000 to try to get this guy. And people are like, oh, but who would you got? I wasn't sure about Rek. I wasn't sure, but would I have paid less than $600,000 for him? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Roll for roll. Like, dude, rating wise, if everybody wants to care about rating, let's look at this. Let's talk about another event that he played and skullz played. Let's go 1 for 1. Let's see, where's skullz on this? Let's find good old skullz at the 0.9. At the 0.9, at a 0.9 rating. Let's see where Rek is. 0.98. And is that surely just because of the opposition they played? Oh no. 5 maps versus top 20, 0.94, and skullz. It's actually like the same. It's actually like the same. Actually, it was a top 5 opponent is all he had. Against a top 5 opposition, against top 10 opposition, it's actually more maps with a 0.2 better rating. 0.2 better rating. 0.3 better rating, practically. 0.3 better rating against top 5 opposition with more maps. I got Rek. Fate of the universe on the line, I got Rek over skullz. Okay? So where does Rek belong? Definitely not F tier. He's decidedly... He is eye test wise more cohesively playing with M80 than skullz is. He also statistically has better numbers than skullz against similar level opposition. He is definitely in the D tier at a bare minimum. I think that this D tier is actually kind of stacked for how the quality of players in D is actually pretty high. Pretty high. I think that I want to put him like right next to drop. I want to put him right above drop. I think I'll put him right below drop. Because drop just won an event. Okay? I'll give drop that. I'll give him that. I'll give drop that. I'll give him that one. Middle of D. Middle of D, right there. That's where Rek goes. All right, Swisher. Fremont born and raised. Fremont born and raised, Swisher. Let's go to Swisher. Let's go to Swisher. Let's see land. Let's see what the land's cooking here. Swisher. Okay. Oh, damn. Versus top 20, 1.13? Damn. Okay. All right, similar events, though. EPL did well. RMR, think Rek did better at this. And this is like the most important thing. And then Katowice play-in. Yeah, Rek did better. malbs did better. And then, so Swisher, I kind of want to put him like... I kind of want to put Swisher in a similar place as Cello. Off the rip, I think of Swisher around Cello levels. I am going to put Cello a little higher because he made the major. There we go. And malbs. Brrr, this is what we waited for. This is why the stream is 7 hours long. 7 hour long stream to get to malbs. Okay? Here we go. Entry fragger extraordinaire. Clearly. Hey, M80, don't sue me. He's the best player, obviously. He's obviously the best player. He's obviously been the best player this year for M80, okay? It's no question about it either. It's actually been zero question. These are godly numbers. Ungodly numbers. These are crazy. malbs in that G2 series was a fiend. A pure, unbridled, aggressive Guatemalan sensation. malbs stole the show. Of all of the group stage performances, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you the stats of group stage performers. Like, look at this. Look at these numbers, okay? Bada bing, bada boom. Let's get out of this most recent week. So, boom. This is group stage numbers for players. So, a lot of people farm the group stage. But look at where malbs ended up between some people that were popping off. Zywoo went crazy, Spinks, Yempat. These guys won everything. These guys won their games. 6 games, they won it all. Won it all, won it all, won it all, won it all. Elige, I think they lost. They won it all. They won everything. They won everything versus all their opponents. They won all 3 series. Or, yeah, the 3 series they played. Won it all. Ints didn't. So, Ints should be celebrated. Should be celebrated. KSCERATO for losing. Put up this number. Celebrated. Astralis, they won everything. Celebrated. Complexity, dude, malbs did this. They didn't make it to the playoffs. Okay? Hades should also be celebrated, by the way. Malbs should be celebrated. This dude went apeshit. 90 ADR. 90 frickin' ADR. 90 friggin' adder, okay? And also, even in the losing efforts versus BetBoom, still did very well as an entry. As an entry. Like, dude, 47% of maps won with a 76% above 1.0 rating. And he handled G2. He handled them. He handled them. He absolutely handled them. Dude, I want to see the head-to-head. Niko malbs. He handled Niko. 21-18 versus Niko in a BO3? What? Dude, the eye test was crazy for malbs in this. The eye test was crazy. The stats are crazy. Just not enough opportunities. Honestly, just not enough opportunities versus top opposition. I'm going to go not all time, 2024. But the thing is that even in those losing efforts at the Katowice play-in and at the RMR, malbs was still going crazy. Like, look at this. He had one map in red rating. Like, dude, that one game that they lost, like, the game they lost, this is probably one of the more important ones where they lost to Imperial. Not great, but, like, even in this losing effort versus Legacy, also, this was the saddest choke ever. This was the saddest choke on Ancient ever. Don't look at, anybody on M80, don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look right now. They were up 12-11 on map 2. They were up 7-2. They were up 7-2. They were up 12-11. Don't look. No one from North America. Stop looking. Close your eyes. Close the stream. Oh my god, dude. And malbs still went crazy. 1.44, best player in the server. This is their most important game of the year, and malbs still did incredibly well, okay? Still did very well. malbs is assertively, definitively, with zero doubt, right there with insani for, like, players that are next up, okay? Players that when they get there, when they get more opportunities at tier 1, as they have... Actually, you know what's crazy? Even though they just won Melbourne, I'm putting malbs above insani. Because insani doesn't have the games versus top-level opposition in the world, actually. Yeah, this is where he should be for me. Look, okay, so insani versus malbs. Like, I think that's a debate. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. 1.29 versus 1.27, but look at how many times he's... Okay, insani has played no opponents in the top 10. malbs has. He's played him on 5 maps. It's all G2, admittedly, but even when he played top 20 opponents, he didn't, like... It's not a big sample size, but he's still playing very well. Like, it's that... Here, let's just do this. Top 30 filter. Top 30 filter. So there's that. There is that. But, like, he has to actually play better opposition. Yeah, malbs gets it. malbs gets it. malbs gets into the B tier for sure. malbs is definitely in the B tier. He's absolutely there. And that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be it. JKS is here for lulz, but he hasn't played in 2024. Guys, that is the tier list for 2024 so far. 2024 so far. This is it. I'll zoom out so you can take a screenshot. Where's the bar on the side? Why is there no bar? Okay, there it is. Boom. Done. There we go, guys. Dude, stop asking for Advent. He would be F. He would be in the F. Bad tier list as always, but a little better than the op one. Let's go. Blitz was an IGL that made it into B tier for IGL roles. I'm not judging IGLs because, yeah. Perfect but no Hobbit. Perfecto but no Hobbit. Okay, actually, you know what? That's fair. Let's put Hobbit. We should put Hobbit. We should put Hobbit. All right. Then I'll close it out. Hobbit. Off the rip, I'd put him right by Yuri. Guys that their fall-offs should be studied, but they're not really as bad as people really think they are. Actually, I'm gonna put him above Yuri. Actually, I'm gonna put him like above Kylar. I think that's where Hobbit really belongs right now for 2024. That's not bad at all. That's actually not bad at all. Like, not... Let's use a ranking filter, though. Yeah, yeah, he's C tier. Definitely C tier, but I'm just doing that. Okay, Mirror. Okay, that's also fair, because Mirror... I'd put Mirror off the rip, D tier beneath Grim, or right by Process. That's kind of where he belongs for me. Oh, it's F tier. It's actually F tier. Okay. That's an F tier. Yeah, I can move him down one tier for that. We're not doing Crims. I'm not doing Crims. What did... Oh. Top of F. Top of F. Okay. That's the final tier list. Perfecto's in there. Why would the fuck... Zorte is not a rifler. Zorte is not a rifler. Okay, here it is. That's the list. It's got a pretty natural bell curve shape to it. I could have been nicer and included a few people higher up, but I think this, like, there shouldn't be this many people. Well, like, F tier is kind of matching S and A tier combined, because S and A are kind of like the same thing in a regular tier list. Because wait, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 S tier players. Okay, let me just stand by this. Let me stand by this. I truly, truly believe that these 5 players in 2024 have stood above the first perfect list ever. Let's go. I truly believe that these 5 players have stood well above everybody else this year. Donk has been the true sensation and revelation of rifling ability, especially in an entry role. He's on another level. If there were actually an S+, I think Donk would be the sole occupant. ZywOo is clearly still a top 3 player in the world. The top 3 players in the world are Donk, ZywOo, and Mezii. Okay? Those are clearly the top 3 players in the world. And ZywOo's... I put ZywOo low for opping, and I still stand by that. I think for people that don't understand why ZywOo was in the B+ tier of opping when I first put him there, I don't think they were actually paying attention that closely. For 2024, at that time, he had been opt out by Hades. He had been opt out by Boomich. He didn't actually get... He got 2 op kills or 4 op kills in an entire BO3 versus FaZe in the semifinals of the Major. Like... He wasn't good at opping. He literally wasn't. At Pro League, he changed that story. I'd move him up since Pro League for sure. But now, but he's still, his rifle's insane. Like, his rifle is kind of what he's doing with the rifle, ZywOo, is kind of what Simple always said he would do with the rifle. Like, Simple had that bravado about him where he'd say, if I didn't op, I would still be the best rifler in the world. ZywOo's practically proving it. Elige has also been transcendent as a player. He didn't have the best major for himself, and he had a couple bad moments at it, but everything else he has done for complexity he's just been a beacon or bastion of consistency, unbelievable in entry roles, doing it against the best in the world. Rarely see complexity fall off early in a tournament because of Elige. Frozen, practically the same thing. Very few moments where you see him have any kind of fall off. Very high impact in his positions too. And Xantares, he's the like, along with everything else that's happening on Eternal Fire, Xantares' entry numbers are up there with Elysian Donk for the best in the world. Then we move to A tier. Niko's downfall also should be lightly studied, but it has been greatly over-exaggerated. JL, despite having an exceptional major, without that major, you would be maybe at the bottom of A tier, you know, like, or maybe even the B tier. But obviously it matters. But it's like, it was kind of a one-off where he did exceedingly well. But even if you kind of take his rating at it, like 1.22, it's very good, and it was on the biggest stage, which is why he's here, which is why he's in the top 7 riflers of the year. It still doesn't elevate him to what the other people are doing in terms of consistency and just how much they have to carry. Like, Navi is a win by committee team where JL has been the best player for them, but like, the system is actually really good and it helps him. And I don't like punishing people. Like, it's like this: should I punish it? Like, if I'm going to elevate Xantares to the S tier because his system is not helping him and he's doing it all, I am also going to lightly punish JL for having an incredibly cohesive system that is helping him. So then xertioN, twist, spinx, rops, yimpat, zontix, KSCERATO, and naf. Like, I don't find much reason to question any of those guys in the tier. All of them have had exceptional moments or are going well and above and beyond what their team is doing besides them. And that's mostly talking about KSCERATO, twist, and naf, who are performing well above what Liquid and Fury are doing, respectively. B tier, I'm not going to go through all of them, but thanks, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for watching. And keep arguing. Keep arguing. Keep arguing. We'll do a little scroll through it all. You can see it again. You can screenshot it with my face and post it on HLTV, because I know people are already discussing this tier list. 7 hours. Thanks a lot. Thanks to all the people that subbed. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Here is the rubric once again. I had slightly deviated from it, but pretty much how I got to some of the numbers, especially for people that are middle of the pack, like C, D, like B, C, and D tier people especially. I really needed this rubric a little bit more, and even after looking at it, it's kind of why people like ykaem and skullz are in that F tier. Like, you just look at some of these numbers for them, and it's quite bad. And as always, being toxic is a choice.